See, I don't know what's going on with Marvel Studios because Marvel's putting out news left, right, and center. So many shows coming out and I don't know what to do. So lately, Marvel's been putting out some projects, you could say. Some movies, some shows. Some are really good, like Loki Season 2. And don't get me wrong, Loki Season 2 was absolutely amazing. I think it's one of my favorite shows off Disney+. And then we have other shows that just don't hit as well as others, such as She-Hulk. I mean, don't get me wrong, the only good part about that show was seeing Daredevil, so yes. I mean, also seeing him fight with She-Hulk in that little scene, but other than that, go Matt Murdock. And a lot of people have been saying this already ever since Phase 3 as it ended with Avengers Endgame. People were expecting Marvel to do some type of rebranding, refresh. I mean, they kind of did, starting adding new shows to Disney+, so now we gotta watch full-on 8-episode series. So now when we watch in the big screen of what the big team-up is, we can finally understand what's going on, like the Marvels. And the only way to understand the two other characters that came out is that we had to watch WandaVision for Monica Rambeau, and then we had to watch Miss Marvel for Kamala Khan. And from the looks of it, Miss Marvel didn't do too good in Disney+, as well as the Marvels losing a lot of money. And this is technically the lowest rated Marvel movie ever, because after seeing that movie, it just didn't hit, and a lot of people agree. And with other shows such as Echo didn't really add a storyline to the MCU as of currently. It just seemed like the MCU was just out of touch because they don't have Iron Man no more, Captain America, etc. Then we also have the show called What If, and in my mind saying, what if this show was really good, because this is confusing and we don't need this. I understand there's a lot of people working hard on these animations, but also you got to figure out the real idea of this whole thing is to add up for those big team up movies with the cliffhanger. And I don't think Howard and Darcy Lynn's baby is gonna save the world in Secret Wars. I just think that with the MCU currently, we have all these shows that are unnecessary and doesn't add any suspense. And I'll be a hypocrite if I said all these shows were bad. No, Disney and MCU, they got some good shows on Disney+. I'm talking about Moon Knight, WandaVision. You can't forget Falcon and the Winter Soldier. A lot of people be hating on that, but it's all about Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But ever since Endgame ended in 2019, there's been a lot of bad shows. What If Season 1, Hawkeye wasn't that good. Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, Secret Invasion, What If Season 2, Echo, Agatha All Along. Scratch that. I mean, Agatha was pretty good in my opinion. I gotta stop with that. Don't be a hypocrite. With these slated shows, it's like a good or bad. It's a 50-50 to be honest. And then there's other ones that's coming very soon. Some that people have been waiting years for, and then some are just like, you know what? And January 29th, we're gonna get Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Then we getting a big show for the MCU, and I'm talking about Daredevil Born Again on March 4th. A lot of people are hyped for this, including myself. This is where Marvel tends to actually bring up the high risk, high reward factor, because we've seen the previous Daredevil show and that was amazing. So revamping it to Daredevil Born Again, okay, this is what we like. It's a high risk, high reward, because if they mess up this show with Matt Murdock, the character, a lot of fans are not going to be happy and not be excited to watch Disney Plus shows, as there are already few less fans watching it already. Because there's other Marvel shows that they made, such as Secret Invasion, they literally use AI. But if Marvel keeps on putting shows out left and right, January, February, March, like we're just getting more quantity over quality, which I think a lot of people want quality better. I mean, when we look at Phase 4 and 5, Black Widow was a miss, Eternals was a huge miss. Then we get the underrated projects, haven't gotten no news or updates based on their sequels, and I'm talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. And then Marvel pushes other movies ahead that turned out really bad, such as Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. And then they want to push other sequels such as Miss Marvel's, which of course did really bad at the box office again. I just had to say that again because honestly, if you watch this movie, you will know why. It just seems like Marvel's trying too hard to win us back, giving us these crazy shows that doesn't really add up to the timeline, and just putting out random projects just to see if we love it or hate it. It's just a gamble that they had to play, because in the middle of 2025, we are getting the Fantastic Four First Steps, and that's going to be the first film of Phase 6. And this is a big movie on Marvel's part because the previous Fantastic Four films haven't been the best. I mean, they gave us a little tease about Fantastic Four and Deadpool and Wolverine, where Chris Evans played Human Torch, and you know where that ended up with. And Phase 5 was basically very short. We only had Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, the Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine. We're getting Captain America, Brave New World, and we're also getting the Thunderbolts this year. And let's be honest, Phase 5 did not start off really good with Ant-Man and the Wasp, and that could have gone a whole different direction. And the situation with Jonathan Majors happened, and now it's just a change within the whole MCU in total. Because we see in Ant-Man and Quantumania, Kang the Conqueror, and also in Loki, we see Kang the Conqueror as well. People were so excited for the new Avengers movie, Kang Dynasty, because we see how much power that Kang had within all these movies and shows. And just for him to be basically Thanos snapped, disappeared from the MCU, now we're getting Doctor Doom as the main villain. I mean, I would have waited on Doctor Doom a little bit as the big bad, and also we know that Robert Downey Jr. is playing it from San Diego's Comic-Con Comic-Con 2024 and people went crazy for it. I was one of those people too, because I was shocked. I thought it was going to be some unknown actor that they could bring and we could just say, oh, who is this? And then he brings out the most extraordinary performance of a lifetime. But RDJ coming back as Dr. Doom, being a variant of Tony Stark, isn't a bad idea overall. You gotta stop hating. I gotta stop hating. But you know what? I just gotta see in 2026. But this is a good first step. Get it? First step. Fantastic Four. I'll stop. That we're getting new stuff added for the Avengers film, Avengers Doomsday. We're getting Captain America Brave New World following Sam Wilson's Captain America. Then we're also getting Thunderbolts on May 2nd, which follows a group of soldiers: Winter Soldier, Yelena, US Agent, Red Guardian, Ghost, Taskmaster. There's a whole bunch of characters. It seems very fun. I just think it will be Marvel's most underrated movies, give or take. And then to start off phase 6, we're getting Fantastic Four First Steps July 25th. I mean, Marvel has to take back some of their shows that they're trying to release. They're trying to release Armor Wars, which doesn't really benefit to the story, I believe. And of course, there's some unreleased projects that they're in the talks for. They're trying to make another Punisher series, which could be fun, to be honest, if they do it right, as well as another Blade movie. But as you can know, if you've been keeping up with Marvel news, it's been getting delayed, scratched, scripts getting thrown away, directors getting changed. But there's also some good news. Denzel has released that there will be a Black Panther 3 and he is going to be in the movie. I mean, we're also getting Spider-Man 4 coming soon in 2026, which people are being iffy on this one with Tom Holland Spider-Man because they don't know if they're going to bring back some characters such as MJ and Ned being Hobgoblin. There's just a lot of things that could be in an issue with Spider-Man 4. Because right now it's the multiverse saga, phases 4 through 6. I mean, we see how the timeline works with Spider-Man No Way Home, Loki Season 2, as well as Deadpool and Wolverine. But the next phase we're about to get, phase 6, is going to be the mutant saga. Of course, we're going to see a lot of mutants as well as a new reboot of the X-Men maybe. And of course, when it comes to Comic-Con, they release their schedule for future movies. And of course, every movie does not stay in the right time due to delays, reshoots, whatever the case may be. And the funny thing is, with all this, they released the phase 6 lineup. We would have been in Avengers Kang Dynasty in May 2nd. And then we would have gotten Avengers Secret War November 7th. We were not ready for this at all. But Marvel really got to just step their game up, maybe cancel some shows that doesn't really need to be announced or even showed, to be honest. Some shows just gotta go. I already explained some examples. Ironheart definitely gotta go. Armor Wars gotta go. Miss Marvel gotta go. Secret Invasion, you definitely gotta go. Echo didn't really add that much either, so you definitely gotta go too. I just basically took off a whole phase of Marvel right now. Marvel just needs to take a step back, more focus on quality over quantity, and I think this should be good. I think as Marvel fans, we don't mind having 1 or 2 movies, maybe 3 at max, but just quality. Hopefully Doctor Strange 3 would also change the game too, but time will tell whether or not Marvel is going to take a good approach or a bad approach with these characters, since they are literally based off comic book and now their adaptation to the live action movies, with new stuff getting canceled and new stuff being put up to the Marvel timeline. The future of Marvel looks very scary but also very promising with this new reboot, as long as we don't got some cringy one-liners from Miss Marvel or cringy side plots that us the view don't really need to know. I think we'll be okay at the end of the day. But you know what, I'm a huge Marvel fan. I'm still gonna watch whatever they put out, but I just gotta release my opinion on it. I'm excited for the new slate of Marvel and what they're putting out with Fantastic Four, as also the mutants, the X-Men era. Captain America Brave New World is coming out this February and I'm excited to see it regardless. Sam Wilson finally getting his own solo movie basically, and we just have to wait and see with these new movies coming up. But you let me know in the comments below whether or not I said some crazy takes about these shows. Do you like these Disney Plus shows? Is the MCU dying? Are you excited to see the new reboot of Fantastic Four, as well as maybe a new Thor movie? And if you like this video, hit that subscribe button. I'll be talking more about MCU and DC as well as Disney and other crazy stuff. Other than that, it's your average guy, a Blockbuster guy. I hope you have a great 2025 and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care, have a good one.